this country, you gotta make the money first. Then when you get the money, you get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the woman. That's why you gotta make your own moves.
What's happening, YouTube? It's your boy Sock, checking back in. Whoop, just like that, it's Sunday. Fun day, baby. Hope everybody chilling, relaxing, enjoying the weekend vibes. Know what it is, man. Monday, right back to the grind, man. If you're new to my channel, we vibe out with real vibes, baby. That's it and that's all, man. Everybody's opinion is respected on this channel, and I share a few prison stories for, you know, past experience, stuff like that I've been through, to hopefully, you know, teach somebody, show somebody that they don't want to go down that road. What was the biggest thing I had to adapt to as far as going to prison, man? And if you ask this question to a bunch of different prisoners, you'll get a different answer from everybody. But I had to really run that through my head. The biggest thing I had to adapt to, it wasn't the environment. Well, the environment is big, that's broad, you know. So yes, it was the environment, but it was a certain specific thing inside the environment. It wasn't having a celly. It wasn't going to the chow hall. It wasn't the guards. The biggest thing I had to adapt to was mercy, the no mercy rule. I believe a lot of guys go into prison with some kind of, you know, guilty conscience, some kind of feelings for things that ain't right, or things that happen that's not right, you know. But once you hit the prison environment, what showing no mercy is pretty much the motto down there, man. Especially when you hit the mass units, no mercy means no mercy. It doesn't matter if this kid stole, you know, 2 suits from somebody, and they sitting there beating him with a lock, busting his head open, you know, bleeding, everything. You might sit there and be like, man, okay, it's only 2 suits, he don't deserve it. You might even go offer to pay the guy, hey, here go your 2 suits back, for stealing, for that kid stealing from you. And it's not even about that, it's the principle. He won't do it anymore. And that's one of the biggest things as far as adapting in prison, is no mercy, man. Like a lot of people will think prison rehabilitate you and make you better in society, but it really doesn't. It makes you more into a cold-hearted and just don't give a fuck about the next person or the next, you know, human being in life. Because I can honestly say that it was few things, you know, when I first seen in prison that I wanted to speak up about. Even in the video I dropped about putting my life on the line for a guy, you know, that was just, it takes courage to do that in prison, especially when you're sticking yourself in somebody else's business. It's just an unspoken rule that when you see somebody taking care of their business, or getting ready to kill somebody, or stab somebody, or get ready to fight somebody, or pretty much set up somebody, fall out on them, or somebody get jumped 2-on-1, you stay out of it. And you're gonna encounter that a lot in prison, as far as like, what happened to him, man? What the fuck? Why they doing that to him, man? What he getting stabbed for? What they, you know, trying to kill him for? Or what he finna get violated for? You see some pretty fucked up shit in prison, and after so long, you get numb to it, if that makes sense. Meaning, like, it just become normal, you know. Like, stuff you see, you don't see on a regular in the world. Like, you ain't gonna see nobody get shot in the head on a regular in the world. You might see that once your whole life, maybe twice your whole life. In prison, seeing someone get jumped or beat to death is basic or normal, man. It happens on a daily basis. Stabbing, you'll see that too. I ain't gonna say it's normal, but it's normal, you know what I mean? Now, someone dying or getting killed is not normal on a normal basis, but it happens a lot. It happens enough to where you be like, okay, boom, that person died, dang, it's crazy. What happened, you know, this and that. You might ask a few questions, and then boom, after that day, nobody remembers, nobody's talking about it. You know, they might talk about it for 2 or 3 days. After 2 or 3 days, shit, it's over with. Nobody remembers. Everybody going on with life. that's the biggest thing I had to adapt to in prison was the no mercy shit. And when it's no mercy, that means you too. So you always gotta keep that inside your mind. Like shit, you know, no matter how much I'm rocking with these people, no matter how much, you know, we eat together, no matter how much we go out to the rec yard, hoop together, play on the same team, no matter how much we play chess, you still liable to get stabbed, beat up bad, jumped, killed, or anything behind something small. Any fuck up that you do or make, it's gonna cause consequences if it's a major mistake or something small. Like a lot of people in the world wouldn't say stealing a newspaper from somebody is worth getting killed for, but in prison it is. And that's how everybody looks at it, man. Like anybody that steals, it's worth getting beat the hell out of, beat up bad for, or even killed, or even stabbed for. And the reason that was the biggest adaptation thing to me was because I always been that guy, no matter who it is, bullied or not in school. You know, that's why I had so many fights in the high schools I went to. Like I always fought the popular people, the people that was beating up people, or the people that think they can run around scoring on you all day, hurting kids' feelings and shit. And I take it back with them. You know, I go scoring back with them. Then they're getting their feelings, go to, you know, bucking up, this and that, and we go down through there. That's all it is, you know, just a different breed. When I hit prison, I was on the same shit, but just a different level, you know, because there's so many different guys in here, so many different personalities, and some are yoked, some small, some just quick, boxer status. So it's just a whole nother ball game, you know, as far as speaking up on the bullies, speaking up for shit that ain't right. Consequences ain't matching what they did. For instance, I'll say, just tear a piece of notebook paper out and write a letter home or whatever. He went and took a piece of paper from you, right? He don't deserve to get killed for that shit. And that's what I mean, speaking up, you know, shit like that. But a lot of people, it's the principle that matter in prison, man. And on several instances, it's been big riots. When I say riots, meaning at least 8 to 10 people killed behind a TV, behind somebody saying, hey, I want to watch this. No, I don't want to watch that. And then it escalates, man. You know, 8 to 10 people don't deserve to get hurt behind something small like that. Same thing with a newspaper, you know. You borrow somebody's newspaper, you don't bring it back. They come looking for it a week and a half, week later, and they can't find it. You don't deserve to get stabbed in the neck for that. That's what I'm speaking about, adaptation. But believe it or not, it's not your business, so you stay out of it. And that's the biggest thing I had to learn in prison. Like, don't speak up for shit that you feel is not entitled for it, because it's still some wrongdoing on that person's end. It's just too much of a punishment that's finna be handed out to that person. And sometimes, you know, you can speak up if you got enough people talking about it, but the majority of the time it's best just to sit to yourself, man, because like I said, nobody's exempt in prison, man. You speak up in the wrong person's business and they got, you know, so many people solid, you never know. It might be your last day. Waking up that morning, you know, might be going to a shower and you done put yourself in someone else's business. Now this person done put out 2 or 3 hits on you, and boom, as soon as you walk into the shower, somebody stabbing you up, 2 or 3 guys, you know, especially if you are a guy that can handle yourself one-on-one. You know, it's always gonna be fair game. The way the penitentiary look at it is if that person stuck himself. For instance, if I stick myself in your business and boom, you can't really fuck with me like that, but you know what I'm saying, you go tell your boys this and that, hey, boo, woo, woo, he stuck himself in business, you know, boop, and 2 or 3 of them get me. Whose fault is that? They wouldn't have never fucked with me if I wouldn't have never spoke up on somebody else's situation. And I know that sounds cutthroat, but that's just the way the penitentiary make you, man, cutthroat. It's a lot of guys that's like that down there. They want to speak up on the bad shit or the fucked up shit, but it's the silent code that you don't speak up. You don't go help out. You don't break up nobody that's getting stabbed up behind stealing somebody's commissary or stealing somebody's shoes. You just don't. You stay out of it. They shouldn't have did what they did, and that's the biggest motto down there. You know, I said this before in one video. The sign you see on the brick wall is see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, and you will feel no evil. And that's summed up in so many words, but that's the biggest thing to adapt to down there as far as the no mercy environment. This person could be pretty much bleeding to death, and it's still two guys trying to make sure he go all the way out. And if you want, you'll be the guy that wants to jump in and say, hey, stop, man, he about to die. That could go one or two ways. The guys can either stop, or you can go try to break it up and pray that they don't turn your way, or you break it up, boom, after they done with him, or in the middle of you trying to break it up, they like, all right, this motherfucker is supposed to die, and you ain't letting us motherfucking handle our business and kill him, so we finna flip it on you, and we finna stab you up. And that's just the environment down there, man. And if there's any kids that's watching, you know, that watch my channel, I give it to y'all raw and I give it to y'all real, man. If there's any adults that watch my channel that's about to go down that road, man, I tell you, my best advice is to adapt. Learn everything, you know. Speak up when you can, but not get into nobody's business, especially not in the beginning. Get you, you know, a little routine going for yourself. And number one, self-preservation. Always work out, eat food, do something, be ready for the ready, because you never know when something will pop off in the penitentiary. And mind your business, man. Mind your business, stay to yourself, chill, rock out with you a small circle, a circle that's not gonna ask you to do nothing for them. As far as illegal, you don't want no you don't want no friendship based off of what you can do for them. So basically, if they rocking out and they will say, okay, boom, this person, he gonna fall out, go beat up this person for me, or this person gonna give me this commissary. You don't want no relationship like that at all in the penitentiary. You never build a bond or a relationship off of what you can do for this person. It all gotta be genuine, because whenever you stop doing for this person, that's when they flip the script on you, and it's a whole nother ball game, man, straight up. And compared to the world, in prison, it's just two different ball games when it comes to stuff like that. In the world, you can speak up, say, hey man, come on, man. Family members tripping on certain body, you can come in between and be like, I know that person was wrong, but it ain't worth, you know, shooting them over and shit like that. In penitentiary, you can't. You can't be like, I know this person was wrong for stealing your 2 cookies, but it ain't worth stabbing him for it. No, everything is whatever this person wants to do after this person did wrong, then the consequences is whatever, you know. That's how it works in prison politics, you feel me? In the world, if somebody steal a piece of bubble gum from you, you can't just turn around and shoot them, man. You know, that type of shit. Or turn around and punch them in the mouth because they stole a piece of bubble gum for you. Just two different moral ethics, you know what I mean? And that's the best way I can just relay how it is as far as adapting. Meaning you have to sit back and watch whatever goes down, no matter how fucked up it is, no matter how fucked up it is, no matter how much you don't believe in it, no matter how much your morals and your values tell you go help this person out or try to break it up or try to do this and that. You gotta sit back and play your position, because it can happen to you in an instance, man. That was the biggest adapting I had to do in prison, because I always been that leadership mentality, that I always speak up mentality, and it was hard for me not to always speak up when some shit just wasn't right. Now, most of the shit I sat back, you know, did my thing, but it was only out of the whole stint, it was only about 3 or 4 times where I didn't speak up. 3 or 4 times where I didn't speak up on the incidents, because I already knew what it is or who they were rocking with and how the prison politics rolled, you know. And that's the biggest thing as far as prison politics, adapting, shit like that. In the world, you can always speak up, be yourself, this and that. In prison, you can't, because it's not a fair ball game. You speak up, it might be 3, 4 people pulling up on you, you know what I'm saying? And I don't give a damn what guy you are in this world. The strongest man, Hercules, when you got 3 or 4, 5, 6 people on you, man, you're gonna end up falling. You might be Hulk, You might get about 2 or 3 of them, but you're gonna go down. And even the prisons know that. Even the prison guards know that, you know. That's why they send a 5-6 man team in there to extract one guy. Because they know, shit, you might have the strength of 3 men, but you don't have the strength of 5 or 6 guys. And that's just what it is, man. But thank y'all, man, for tuning in with another video with SOC. You can go get the shirt, TRANZITIONBRAND.com. That's right, baby. We're wearing our testimony with pride. If you haven't had a chance to go check my Patreon out, go join that Patreon, SOCWALKER Patreon. Like I said, we locking it in at 50, and shit, we're gonna do great things from here, man. Much love, much respect. It's your boy SOC, signing out.